Hey, everybody. My name is Dr. Avery Alexander. I'm glad that you're here. And I'm just happy just to be able to share with you my information and things that I know that's going to help you live a waha fabulous life. Now, waha stands for wellness and happiness always. And may you always be well and may you always be happy. Now, let's dive into and get into what we're talking about today. So, did you know that your soul will create an illness based on you not fulfilling your soul's destiny? Yeah, that's right. I said it. Your soul will create an illness based on you not fulfilling your soul's destiny. You have a purpose. Everybody here has a purpose. You came here to create something. You came here to fulfill your soul's purpose. This is my book that I wrote. It's called Pursuit of the Soul, Allowing Your Perfect Life's Journey, where I talk about how I created a dis-ease that was really terrible. I almost died. And it was my soul's way of knocking on my door saying, hey, did you know that you're here for another purpose other than what you're doing right now? So I want to encourage you to let you know that you have a divine purpose that only you can do, that only you came here to fulfill. And it's so unique, just like your fingerprints, just like your tongue print, just like the bottom of your feet has a particular print, even as unique as your voice print. No one on the earth has a voice print like you. So I want you to know how truly special and unique you are. So I hope you have a notepad and a pen because I'm going to be going over some things to help you to understand how you were wonderfully and fearfully made by the Most High God. Before then, I want to get into my story. Do you know that I was raised atheist? That's right. When I was a child, my stepfather did not believe in God. He had went to the Vietnam War and he had gotten blown up. His friend had gotten blown up, I should say. And he was devastated by that. He was devastated by the fact that his best friend got blew up in the war. So he decided then there cannot be a God that would allow this atrocity to happen. So he came back from Vietnam and, of course, told us that there was no God, ripped up all the Bibles, began to have us study Darwinism, began to have us study that we came from monkeys. But I need to let you know something. If we came from monkeys, why are there still monkeys still here on the earth? But I believe my stepfather. And so for a long time, I said, okay, I believe him. There's no God. There's no God that exists. There's no higher power that exists. When you leave here, your body goes into the ground, the earthworms eat you up, and that's the end of the story. Now, as gruesome as that sounds, I believed it wholeheartedly. I also believe that we came here through aliens. Aliens created us, which that might be not too far fetched. But who created the aliens? Like there had to be a master programmer that put all of this into being. Well, my stepfather's premise was if you didn't see it, it doesn't exist. So one day I was on the bus and I saw it looked like an invisible hand just flowing through the trees, doing like this kind of motion through the trees. I said, that's strange. I said, I don't see the wind, but yet I see the effects of the wind. I wonder if there is really a divine creator that I need to learn and to know about, but I just don't see it. So I began to pray. I began to ask questions. I began to ask for guidance. God, if you exist, show yourself to me. Show yourself. Let me see if you really, really exist. And to make a long story short, shortly after, a series of events began to play in my life that let me know beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a master frequency energy that exists that puts everything into being. Now, you're listening to me. You may not have a relationship with this master frequency. Now, people call this master frequency everything from Buddha to Jesus to Yeshua to Allah, to Confucius, to Haile Selassie, to so many different things. Um, the Hebrews call them different names, Yahweh, you know, you know, Yahweh, so many different names from Yahweh, Raphael, and all type of names. But it's describing a one master frequency that allowed everything to come into being through expansion, through creation, through sound, through vibration. Hmm. Didn't I say earlier that you have a unique voice print? That no one on the earth has your voice print. You have power within you that you have not even learned to tap into yet. And that's what we wanted to talk about today. So, did you know that you have 7 bodies and not one? That you are made up of the seen world and the unseen world? Remember earlier I said I believe that there wasn't a God because I could not see that there was a God? But there are many things that we don't see that exists, that creates our world, that makes things happen behind the scenes. Did you know that feminine energy is unseen and masculine energy is seen? For instance, the male genitalia is external, the female genitalia is internal. Is what you don't see. When a baby is being developed in this mother's womb, that baby's in the unseen realm. We can't physically see that baby. You just see maybe a hand might, press through the belly or a leg or something, but we don't actually physically see it. Also, it's in water. Water is feminine. Water is a feminine energy. So, in order to create anything on this earth, we must have both masculine, which is seen energy, and feminine, which is unseen energy. And they come together to create whatever it is that you desire. Now, getting back to the 7 bodies, you first have the physical body, that which you see. Then you have your mental body that processes thoughts. You have your emotional body that feels the feelings, right? Feeling the feelings. You have a soul body that's the moderator between the seen world and the unseen world. It also keeps you on point for your purpose. It's the blueprint as to why you came. You have your astral, well, let's back up, your ancestral body, which helps you deal with your DNA, your chromosomes, your genetic makeup. That's all in the ancestral body. Next body is your astral body. That body goes out at night. Every time you go to sleep, it goes into different dimensions, other unseen realms, and it leaves your body. The next body, which is the next body, is your God body. Your God body is your master timing system. It dictates everything in your physical body, meaning that it tells you when it's time to go to sleep. It tells you when it's time to wake up. It tells you when it's time to grow up from a baby to an adult, to an old age person. It tells you when it's time to leave here. The God body controls everything when it comes to timing aspects of you. Now, why is this important? Because not, how do you say, overstanding the whole power and purpose of your 7 bodies and how they operate, you're only working unlimited resources. It's like owning a Bugatti that has 7 gears, but you only know about the first, second, and third gear. So what happens to a car when you're only working from the first, second, and third gear? That's right. It begins to wear down the gears. The car tears up faster. So I want to invite you to learn more about your 7 bodies, how the 7 bodies work, that to know that you are wonderfully and fearfully made by this high-powered frequency, the divine frequency that people call the universe, called the creator. Like, I'm comfortable with calling that name Yahweh. I'm comfortable with naming it Yahshua HaMashiach, because that's what I was born in. But the frequency is the same. whatever you call it, and it has an energy as you relate to it as a divine creator, it is the same frequency. Now, I want you to create a happy, fulfilling life. Create a happy, fulfilling frequency for yourself. Now, what controls frequencies? Thoughts. Thoughts. What creates thoughts? Energy. What creates energy? It comes to the divine energy creation. Now, your thoughts come from energy. Your thoughts create a frequency. Your frequency creates a vibration. That vibration dictates the focus of your life. It creates the focus of your life. So if your life is not focused, if your life is not going in the direction that you want it to go to, take it all the way back to your thoughts and what you believe you deserve. Take it back to your thoughts and what you believe you deserve. Because if you deserve it, if you really believe you deserve it, you're going to have it. But there's also agreements that you made with yourself as a child. Now, the way the world is constructed is based on three main principles. The first principle is integrity, that you are your word, like the front of your hand, the back of your hand. There's no difference. You are your word. And if you're not being your word, you're able to manage your word, right? Very important. Second is your agreements. What did you agree to? You know, I might have said, when I was younger, I agreed to the vibration of poverty. And I'm going to talk about that in our next YouTube video. There's a vibration of poverty. Poverty is a frequency. So if you find yourself not having money, struggling for money all the time, somewhere down the line, you agreed to the poverty frequency. And I'm going to talk to you and show you how to get rid of it and how to eliminate it and how to embrace the wealth frequency, the wealth code in your life so you can draw things into your life. The law of the universe says that abundance is the natural state of the universe. Everything, everywhere you look around, there's abundance. There's not just one little scrawny leaf on a tree. There's tons of leaves on the tree. There's so many leaves on the tree, you can't even count them. The strands of hair on your head. There's so many strands of hair on your head, you can't count them. The stars in the sky abundantly covers the sky. So abundance is the natural state of the universe. And if you're not fulfilling, having abundance, then somewhere you have made a vow of poverty. And I'm going to teach you and show you how to get rid of the vow of poverty. Okay? So you can have financial freedom. So you can have freedom. I'm not making any financial claims because I'm not a financial person. I'm speaking from spiritual agreements that you made around poverty that's destroying and keeping your life back. And these things are actually destroying your soul's purpose. So what is your soul's purpose? How do you get to your soul's purpose? Anything that you love to do and you get inspiration from is hence according to your true purpose. Like you do it naturally. You could do it with your eyes closed. It's your purpose. God hid your purpose, Most High Creator frequency, hid your purpose in things that you have pleasure in doing. You can do it all day long, whether you got paid for it or not. It's just your purpose. Begin to write down all the things that you love to do, that you like to do, that gives you inspiration, that gives you purpose. It makes you feel inspired. That is going to string along to this common denominator that's going to be called your purpose. I hope that helped you some. I hope that helped to give you some clarity that this is truly your world, that you are really creating your own reality. That's the law of the universe. And once you begin to learn the laws of the universe and begin to employ them in your life is going to change. Your life is going to shift. Why? Because you're playing the rules of the game properly. You're learning and you know the rules of the game. So this is what we want for you, and you deserve it. Well, my name is Dr. Avery Alexander. I hope you learned something about how to create your purpose and passion. And we'll be back again soon. So stay tuned. If you got something today, please like, please share our videos to someone that you think can use this information. And remember, you are much more than what you think you are. Bye bye for now. Take care.